Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have got something special in store for you. We are delving into the world of higher education system, governance, polity and administrations, and we have prepared a set of 100 multiple choice questions MCQs to help you ace your general paper examinations and other any state eligibility test or UGC NET exam like that, and other competitive exams like that of MPSC, UPSC, other PSC exams. Whether you are a student preparing for exams or just someone interested in learning more about how our high education system works, this video is for you. Before we dive into these MCQs, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our educational content. Alright, let's get it started. We'll cover a wide range of questions testing your knowledge on governance, polity, and administrations within the higher education system. Feel free to pause the video, answer the questions, and then continue to check your answers. And don't forget to leave your score in the comments below. Can you get a perfect 100 score completely? If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends who might also benefit for these MCQs. Let's begin the journey of mastering higher education system, governance, polity and administrations together. Are you ready? Let's get started. First question in this session. The first elected Lok Sabha under the new constitution came into beginning in 1952. Option C. Money can be spent out of the Life Consolidated Fund of India with approval of the Parliament. Option B. Which of the following states has the maximum representation in the Lok Sabha? Uttar Pradesh. Option A. Next, who has the authority to decide whether a particular bill is a money bill or not? The Lok Sabha Speaker. Next, which of the following bills cannot be introduced first in the Rajya Sabha? Money bills. Option A. Parliament can legislate on matters listed in the state list at the request of two or more states. How many members of Rajya Sabha are nominated by the President of India? 12. Option B. The joint sitting of both houses of Parliament is presided over by the Option A. President. The time gap between two sessions of the Parliament should not exist 6 months. Option D. According to Article 120 of the Constitution of India, the business in Parliament shall be transacted in English and Hindi both. Option C. One third of the member of Rajya Sabha in retired after every second year. Option A. A money bill passed by the Lok Sabha has to be passed by Rajya Sabha within 14 days. Option B. Next, which of the following is not a standing committee of the Parliament? Committee on Public Accounts. Option D. Next, when the Lok Sabha is dissolved, the Speaker continues in office till a new Speaker is elected when the new House meets. Which of the following houses of Parliament is also called the House of Elders? Rajya Sabha. Option C. Which of the following authorities appoint the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament? 2016, the Speaker of Lok Sabha. The tenure of Rajya Sabha is 6 years. Option C. Lok Sabha can be dissolved before the expiry of its normal 5-year term by the President on the recommendation of Prime Minister. The minimum age of requirement of candidate to become a member of the Rajya Sabha is 30 years minimum. Member of Rajya Sabha are elected according to single transferable vote system. Under whose advice does the President of India declare emergency under Article 352 Cabinet? Option B. Which of the subject was transferred from state list to concurrent list by the 42 Amendment of the Constitution? Option B. Education. According to our Constitution, the maximum number of members representing the Union territories in the Lok Sabha cannot exceed option A 20. The Central GST Bill, the Integrated GST Bill, the Union Territory GST Bill, and the Bill to compensate states for revenue losses arising from the transition to GST were introduced in March 2017 as option A money bills. What is the minimum age of for being the member of the parliament? 25 years. Option B. The prime minister is the head of government. Option B. Next, appointment of the member of the council of ministers is made up by the president on the advice of prime minister. President of India is the head of the state. The minimum age of being eligible to become the prime minister of the India is 25 years minimum. Who among the following is the ex officio chairman the Niti Aayog? Prime Minister. Option D. Next, the President of India is elected indirectly by an electoral college consisting of elected members of D. All of the above. Which of the following authorities can proclaim emergency in the state? The President. The oath of office to the President is administered by the Chief Justice of India. Next, which of the following authorities can impose reasonable restrictions on fundamental rights? The President. Option A. Next, who decide the dispute regarding the election of the President? The Supreme Court. Option B. Article 356 of the Constitution of India deals with the proclamation of President's rule in the state. In which of the following situations does the President act in his own discretion in returning a proposal up to the Council of Ministers for reconsideration. Next, Prime Minister resign when he does not command majority in the lower house of parliament. In this is in accordance with the stipulation the constitution. Which of the following article empowers the president to appoint Prime Minister of India? Article 75. The governor of state is appointed by the president. Option C. Which of the following authorities recommends the principle governing the grants in aid the revenues of state out of consolidated fund of India? Finance Commission. Option D. Consider the following statements regarding the Attorney General of India. There is option B. First, second, and third are correct. Next, which of the following has the constitutional authority to decide tax share of states? Finance Commission. In India, a political party is recognized as the national regional party by the Election Commission of India. Which of the following non-members of parliament has the right to address it? The Attorney General of India. Which part of the constitution directs the state of to establish Panchayati Raj institution in the country? Directive principles and state policy. By which of the following measures Niti Aayog was established? Cabinet resolution. Which of the following authority appoints the Chief Election Commissioner of India? President. Option A. Next, who is the highest law officer of a state? Advocate General. Member of the Union Public Service Commission functions for 65 years. The Panchayati Raj system was adopted to decentralize the power of democracy. Panchayati Raj was first introduced in Rajasthan. Option A. Under which of the following amendments the historic Panchayati Raj Bill was passed by the Parliament in 1992? 72 Amendment. Which of the following statements are correct about the Central Information Commission? Option is C. First and second, third. First, second, third, they are correct. Which is at the apex of the three-tier system of Panchayati Raj? Jilla Parishad. Option C. Which article of the Constitution direct the government to organize village Panchayati Raj? Option B. Article 40. Niti Aayog is a advisory and non-statutory body. Consider the following statements. Assertion. Right and duties are the two sides of the same coin. Reason. It is not the duty of the state to maintain the right of the citizens. So option C is correct. A is correct but R is false. Who holds the power of judicial review in India? Supreme Court. Supreme Court of India consists of a Chief Justice and 30 judges. Next, what is the minimum duration of the stay before a person can apply for Indian citizenship, 5 years. CAG is the chief accountant and auditor for union and state governments. Option C. Ministry of Human Resource Development includes all of above. Next, a uniform civil code has been recommended in the directive principles to ensure national integration. The language which enjoys special status in Article 351 and the Constitution of India as the primary source language for the level appoint on the official standard of Hindi is Sanskrit A. Next, which of the following is the official language as per Indian Constitution? Option C. Hindi with English as an additional language. The national language of India is no national language. Which of the following high courts gave ruling that India has no national language? Gujarat B. Next, the right of children to free and compulsory education act as also popular as right to education was enacted in the year 2009. Option B. Right to education make it mandatory to provide free and compulsory education for children's age group between option A 6 and 14 years. The Right to Education Act came into force in the year 2010. Next, which of the following articles of Constitution state that the official language of the Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script? 351. The first language to have been assigned the status of classical language in 2014, Malayalam. Odia has been assigned the status of classical language in February 2014. With this is the number of classical language in India is option D 6. 93rd Constitution Amendment Bill 6 to make elementary education compulsory. Next, which of the following parts of the Indian Constitution enjoin upon the state to provide free and compulsory education for children up to the 14 years of age? Directive principles and state policy. Next, select the correct sequence in ascending error order. Option A. Deputy Ministers, Ministers of the State and Cabinet Ministers. Next, which of the following pairs of article of the Constitution of India and the subject dealt with by them are correctly attached? Match. Option C 3. Next, which of the following is an example of extra constitutional power of the governor of the state in India? Option A. Option A. His role as Chancellor of the universities in the India state. Next, if Prime Minister of India belongs to the upper house of Parliament, he will not able to vote in his favor in the event of no confidence motion. Next, two statements, one labeled as assertion and the other labeled as reason, The reservation of 33% of seats for women in parliament and state legislature does not require constitutional amendment. Next, two statements, one labeled as an assertion and the other labeled as a reason are assertion. The reservation of 33% of seats for women in parliament and state legislature does not require constitutional amendment. Reason, political parties contesting elections can allocate 33% seats they contest to women candidates without any constitutional amendments. In the context of these two statements, one labeled as assertion A and the other labeled as reason are. Assertion A. The reservation of 33% of seat for women in parliament and state legislature does not require constitutional amendment. Reason. Political parties contesting elections can allocate 33% seats they contest to women candidates without any constitutional amendment. In the context of these two statements, which of the following is correct? Option D. A is false but R is true. Next, which of the following is are stated in the Constitution of India? Option B. Both first and second. Match list first and second list. C is the correct option. Next, which of the following amendments related to the logical government institutions? 73 amendment. Next, the real executive authority of the state is 285. The governor, option A. Next, which of the following is the lengthiest amendment to the Constitution of India so far? Option 42 amendment, option C is correct. Next, the only president of India who was elected unopposed is Neelam Sanjiva Reddy, option C is correct. Next, which of the following state governors enjoy special powers with regard to the administration of tribal areas? Option D, Assam. The normal tenure of the governor of the state is 5 years. The legislative council in the state may be created or abolished by the parliament after the state legislative assembly passes a resolution to the effect. Next, which of the following introduced Indian Penal Code? Lord Macaulay. Option A. Next, Constitution of India does not mention the post of. Option A. Deputy Prime Minister. Which of the following age groups is taken into consideration for constituting gender parity index for higher education? Option B, 18 to 23 years. There was a major announcement in budget 2016 and 17 in the form of higher education funding agency. Which of the following statements are corrected in this context? B option second and third. Next, according to 2011 census report, the difference between literacy rates of men and women in India is about. Option B, 70%. For equality of education opportunities among women, the Constitution has provision under Option D, fourth is correct. All of the above. Equality of educational opportunities is possible by extending portals of educational institutions to all without any discriminations. Who have signed MOU for recognition of teacher education in special education program in India, RCI and NCTE. National Youth Day observed across India on 12th January commemorates the birth anniversaries of which famous Indian personality? Vision known Swami Vivekananda. This is the last question of in this session. So thank you.